Hello guys, today I'll be talking on something that I think is very important that we address. The difference between like, love and lust. Now, I will start with the most important of it all, love. Now, love is a word that even though we use it too much, most of us don't get to understand the meaning of the word love. In its factual sense, love means giving. The only way to actually prove that you love someone is by giving. For God so loved the world that he did what he gave. Now, when we talk about giving, it doesn't necessarily have to be finance or money. Love, you can give your time, your talent, or your treasure. We know what time is. Because time to me is life. Time is not money, time is life. Because when you lose money, you can actually get it back. But when you lose time, you cannot regain it. So time is life. So giving a person a fragment of your life, or giving a person a fragment of your time, is giving a person a fragment of your life. So by the time you give someone your time, or you give someone your treasure, the things that you value the most, if it's your voice, if it's your clothing, if it's finance, these things make up love. Or you give someone your talent, those things that you are very good at doing, you use them to express yourself to the person. These are the three components that makes up love. Now, for likeness, gone are the days when we say that likeness is only used for inanimate objects, because right now you can actually like someone but not love the person, and ceteris paribus. You can also actually love someone but not like the person. What am I trying to say here? Take for instance your closest sibling. You love the person, you love your parents, but you don't like being around them all the time. But regardless of the fact that you love them to the moon, you can't see yourself wanting to always be occupied or wanting to be around them at all time. But if anything should happen to them now, you can bring down hell just for their sake. That shows that you love them, but you don't like to be around them. But there is somewhere that when you are not around the person, you feel as if a part of you is out, because the person gives you vibes. The person you kind of feel free. You enjoy, you like staying around that person. Now that is someone you like. You may not love the person. Take for instance, if anything happens and you and the person are not friends again, and then you guys don't get to see, it may just take you 1-2 months or thereabout, and then you're already over it. Now that is likeness. Now come over to the word lust. Now, lust is something that most of us are taking to be like. Love is something that most of us take to be love. We lust over things, or we lust over people instead of loving them or liking them. It is lust that leads us as youths into deciding to lay with someone or having carnal knowledge with a particular individual. And after that, most of us get to realize that after having this carnal knowledge, you start to hate the person, you become irritated by the person. But as of that first instance, you liked the person. This is because what you saw in the person was not, you did not appreciate the person for who the person truly is. You were only lusting after the person's physical features. Lust is something that is driven by what we see. Love is driven by what is inside. And that's why no matter how painful or how deadly a relationship that is built on love may be, even if the relationship ends in acrimony, that love is still there. It is hidden. Take for instance now, if there is a divorce in a marriage and then there was love in the beginning of the marriage, if in the future the man gets to hear something that reminds him of that particular woman, take for instance if it's maybe a name or maybe a particular sound or something, just anything that can remind him of that woman, that part of him that has feelings for her is ignited. And that is why even in our world of today we have things like adultery and the rest, because these things, they don't just start from it, they started before. If you look deep into it, you might have discovered that this particular, when they were youths, actually had a thing for each other. They actually loved each other as youths. And then it now takes two mature individuals that now understand that we are married, we have a responsibility to our wives or our husbands and our children to keep ourselves celebrated for them. Now, this is the concept of love. Love is something that cannot die. Love never dies. No matter the bitterness that comes after love, the love is still there. But likeness is something that comes and go. You can like and you can dislike, but love, you cannot love a person and afterwards hate the person. It's not possible. You can hate the person's character, but you cannot hate the person in its entirety, because you love the person. And also when it comes to lust, it's something that is triggered by physical features. Once those particular thing that you lust over is taken away, you see the person as rag. Or once you have gotten a share of that thing which was ignited, from that person, maybe person's physical physique or person's face, you see that you become detested by that particular person. It is very, very important that as youths, as human beings, we get to discern between these three concepts and be able to understand which is which, so that when we are actually with someone, we understand whether we are actually lusting after the person, or we actually like that person, or we actually falling in love. It is a beautiful thing to fall in love, because why? That is the only thing that can keep us together no matter what. Thank you very much.